My name is Jackson Stenborg. I am 21 years old, and today's date is Monday, February 8th, 2021. I have 715 followers now, yeah. My most liked photo is a picture of myself from a vacation that I took with my girlfriend to Montauk for a couple days. It's just a picture of me. I've got like sunscreen in my eye. I guess I thought it looked all right. I put a little silly like poem in the bio that I just thought of like on the spot, and not sure if that contributed, but got 205 likes. I went to high school with Logan and Jacob and Jeremy, all of you guys, and we all went to Purchase together as well. So I'm a lucky guy to be surrounded by such great people doing cool stuff, and I got offered to be a part of this, and I'm super excited, for what's going on, and yeah, so. As a collective of artists, and not to mention, young artists as well, and I think art changes as time goes on, and new things become popular and grow into the limelight, and I think the young people of this generation have a lot of great ability, and I'm really excited to be working with a group of people that are so diverse in terms of not just who they are, but the kind of art that they do. And I think that Blackwolves is a great group and collective of great artists, and it's a wonderful position to be in, to be an artist in this group and to be a part of that. So it's a great group of people who can make art at the drop of a hat and work together really well. It's a great opportunity as well as an actor to be a part of that. So. I'm not sure if you guys were known as Blackwolves at this point in time, but the first time I came to Purchase, before I even went, sort of what sold me on coming to Purchase, honestly. I did a movie with you guys here, and we filmed in the music building at like midnight or something like that, and I got to play this like serial murderer. It was really cool. It was just like a cool experience for me to like be at college. It was a cool thing at that time, and to work with you guys was awesome as well. And to do the launch video as well, just to hang out with you guys and see everyone again, and see the other people that are in the collective was cool as well. So those were both really cool memories. I have a lot of like really cool and like enriching experiences that I've had, and I feel like I'm really lucky to have had those moments and experiences. But I did an episode of Law and Order when I was in high school, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. A lot of people seemed to think so at the time. Funny enough, I had never seen an episode of Law and Order before I did this episode, and it felt kind of hilarious to me that like it's such a popular thing that I knew nothing about. But it was really cool, and a great sort of just like like name drop kind of thing if I'm ever talking to anyone. Other than that, I can't believe this didn't come to my mind first. I did motion capture work and some acting stuff with Rockstar Games on Red Dead Redemption 2, which was so cool. Like the whole process of it, everything about it was amazing, and I'd cut off a finger to work with these guys again. It was just like the coolest thing, and I'd love to get into doing something like that, really long term. I mean, I think this kind of goes without saying, just being safe, and during these times especially, just to really step back for a second and appreciate what you were, I mean, for me at least, what I have and what I have to give in the world, and, just sort of to recognize, things like privilege and opportunity. And I think it's a really current subject right now. Another thing, and I'll just shout this out because I've been living with my girlfriend for a while now, and she has been a real leader in this organization called Students Against Child Marriage. And it's something you wouldn't really realize, but like child marriage is legal in like 46 states, something like that. Like kids can get married to adults. And I just literally had no idea about it. And it comes off almost laughable because you think to yourself, like, that's just not, like, how is this even possible? But it's legal. It's legal almost everywhere. And she's been doing really difficult work over the last year to talk to survivors and organize all these websites and get a team going And so, yeah, a little shout out to Students Against Child Marriage. But child marriage is a huge issue during these times more than ever when, people have to be quarantined and things. Kids are being trapped in abusive relationships and people can't even go out to places to help them, to have things like that happen. So yeah, that's something I've been focusing on for the last year now. Fantastic Mr. Fox. I love the whole Wes Anderson aesthetic type thing. I just think it's a really fun movie. Great actors put into the voice acting roles. I think it's George Clooney and Meryl Streep who play Fantastic Mr. Fox, and then his wife, Mrs. Fox. Just really great character work, and I think claymation is so impressive and something that I would never be able to really do. I think I have a lot of appreciation for people that can sit down and do that, for years and years and years. Just a great story as well. I love everything about it. I think it's a really great thing, and I'd love to do more voice acting and things like that in the future. And the characters are fantastic. So fantastic. Yeah, I love that movie. This color, a green, a dark green, a earthy green type thing. Maybe a little earthy yellow in there. I don't know what it is. I like it a lot these days. I feel I want to get a million different things that have this color in them. So I don't feel pressure before I'm gonna do something, but as I'm doing it, I feel the pressure. I mean, in an acting performance scenario, I don't feel pressure until I'm right about to go on. Rehearsals, thinking about it, whatever. Right before I'm about to go on, pressure, blackout, show is done. I don't know. I'm in a trance. It's bizarre. But in other things, I play soccer as well. I feel pressure all the time for something like that. I anticipate things, so much, and being in those sort of scenarios is pressure. It's a pressured chamber every time that there's a game or a match. So much is relying on everything. So I do in some scenarios, but from a theater standpoint, I don't know, not really. I feel I'm very comfortable, and I think that's lucky. When people just don't do their job, when there's a simple task at hand that just needs to be done, and people just aren't doing what they need to be doing, or what they're supposed to be doing. It's very aggravating to me for some reason. I'm sure I have a bunch of pet peeves, but genuinely I feel I consider myself such a positive person who's kind of working towards progressing forward from things all the time, that I don't really think about what is bothering me or what's negative exactly. So I always find this question kind of hard to answer, but I'd say when people just don't do their job, I think it sort of just, it gets on my nerves a little bit. This is not as bad as it seems for you. That's probably what I'd say. Because I think I was really, I was at school, my senior year was on the horizon, had a lot to look forward to. And, obviously everything changed, and I'd probably just like to tell myself, this is not going to be that bad. This is actually for me personally, just with the people I got to be around my girlfriend and her family for nearly an entire year. It was one of the best experiences of my life. And we grew so close, and her family and I grew so close, and I got to really spend a lot of time with people who I don't usually get to spend too much time with, and maybe over the internet, but still, I'm someone who uses the internet pretty frequently, so it didn't feel that disconnected to me. Yeah, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be as bad as it seems. Or maybe, just wishful thinking wise, tell myself maybe do a little more. Use that free time that you think you have, free time, and do a little more with it. Spend a little more time making art or bettering yourself, because I feel might have made efforts, but probably could have done with a little more. Mariska Hargitay in Law & Order was pretty awesome. Just seeing her there. I sat down with Ice-T in the middle of shoots. He was super cool. He was so hey, tell me about yourself. I was okay, shit. I guess I will. And I'd say the first professional gig that I ever did on camera, it didn't get picked up, which sucks, but I had a scene with Cuba Gooding Jr., and it was one of the most amazing experiences ever, in my life. And I was 12, and this was my first moment to really act, And it was really cool. It was really eye opening to just get to like work with someone who has such like class and and command over his profession. He's been doing it for so long. So I'd say Cuba Gooding Jr. is probably the biggest person that I've performed with. Wes Anderson, just because if you get in that group, you're in that group like forever, I feel like. And you just get to make more and more movies with this guy. And I feel like that'd be an incredible experience. Maybe play like a little Owen Wilson or something like that. I don't know, because he's in all of his films. I'd say Benedict Cumberbatch, I think he's an incredible actor. He just like goes 50 times beyond like just to put the effort in and like put the work there. I feel like I would learn so much from someone like him. And I lied, I have four now. I'd say Kenneth Lonergan. I think he's a fantastic playwright, and I would love. I mean, like again, I'd cut someone off to be in one of his shows. I think This Is Our Youth is one of my favorite plays, and he was in it, and Mark Ruffalo was in the original cast, and just like to have someone like that at an early stage in their career work in that play, and for someone like Mark Ruffalo to have had the career he's had, I think a lot of it, maybe not a lot of it, but to show yourself in that way and work in that play, I think probably contributed a lot to his like early career success. And just like honorable mention, Taika Waititi. He seems like an awesome person to be around. He seems hilarious, and I think he's probably a fantastic director on top of that. And everything that he's been doing lately seems to turn to gold. And to work with someone like that I think would be really cool. I listen to a lot of music. I've been doing this thing lately where I've been getting into like suggested songs because I don't want to like rest on what I'm listening to all the time. I'd say I like Smino a lot. I think like the flow and like everything, like all of his songs, are just so cool. Like it's one of the coolest things. I just love listening to it. He's very cool, and I just love all the music that he seems to put out. I'd say Anderson .Paak. I feel like you just can't write the guy off. He's amazing. Everything that he makes is so cool. And as a drummer, like as his background, I'm someone who really loves like drumming. I wanted to be a drummer when I was a kid. I never really got into it, so I sort of like just live vicariously through people who are really talented with drums. And sort of on the back of that, there's this guy, JD Beck, really young guy, like drum prodigy. He has a video on YouTube. It's like a Zildjian Live video. He's just incredible. He's a super young kid. He's so cool. My dad showed me to him. And it's him and this other girl, Domi. So it's JD Beck and Domi. They've been making music. They're working on an album right now. And he's so cool. So there's a few people that have been on my radar lately over the year and stuff. Fall in love with it. If you don't, it's difficult. I think it's difficult when you don't actually love doing it. Find plays that you love. Find art that you would kill to do, and find people around you who are supportive, of you and are interested in working with you and branch out as well. It's something that I just sort of started getting into. I'm taking a playwriting class this semester, and I've never written a play before, but I'm already writing a play. I had this idea, and so branch out as well. I think I'm someone who's a firm believer in I would do any play that has excellent writing. So I think as an actor, to be able to understand what it's like to write an excellent play is something that I think would be really important. And I haven't done it yet. I have not done it yet, but I'm interested in it. So fall in love with it, because it just makes it so much easier. And I think that's the best part about it. I I know it's not like really that possible, but I'd love to like get away from Zoom and start trying to find new ways to like do things live and put things up live and find ways to bring theater back again in a physical way, because I think this will come and go to a degree. I just want to get on a stage again. I want to get on a stage again. I want to be in a film again. I want to be out there doing stuff, because it's a difficult like transitional period for actors. Like I didn't have an audition for like for like 6 months or 7 months, and probably other people have been lagged behind even more. So we do our best to find a way to do things the way that we used to do them again. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see change. I hate that this is my answer for some reason, but like Instagram, I've had it since it came out, and I find myself like I'll just have my phone on me and I'll just be like, well, let's check what's on Instagram, and I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it, but I know that I use it the most. I know that I do. Otherwise, Discord. I've been using Discord a lot lately. I've been playing some games. I've been doing things like that. I do D&D as well. I think it's one of the biggest things that I've been doing over the last year. I have a campaign that's been running for like a year and a half, and I I love doing it. It's a great like role play exercise, and to get in the mind of a character, as an actor is a really awesome kind of enriching experience when you get to have that much fun with it. So Discord as well. I think I'm someone who wanes in and out of having faith, just like in myself as an artist and a creative. I think sometimes I have moments where I definitely doubt, what I'm doing, the path that I'm taking, and I think I need to have a little more faith in myself. Yeah, I think that that's something that I definitely need to do, and to be a little more brave, be a little more bold as an actor, as a performer. Yeah, I got really great advice from this guy Arian Moyad when I was in high school. I was struggling a lot, and he took me out of class one time. He looked at me and he was just like, "Stop bullshitting yourself. You're better than this." And I was like, whoa, I'm 15. What do what's happening? But that was one of the best like interventions I've ever had. And I need to take that advice a little more. And he used to always say, like, don't bullshit anything, do everything 100%. So I need a little more faith in myself. And I think I need that little pep talk on my end every now and again. This is gonna sound really like hometown hero type thing, but like I would save it until I could like write the total like mortgage on a house for like my parents or something like that. Like there's a part of me that wants to like deep down that wants to like give back so bad. That would be the best use for something like that for me. Yeah, do something that means something, and that means a lot to me. So I would love to do that for them, and if I have the if I have the means to do it, I would love to do it. So that's probably what I do with that. Yeah, I just started writing a play. It's going to be called Vestibule. I'm really excited about it for some reason. I just started this playwriting class. I've never written a play in my life. But maybe somewhere, sometime it will be seen after I graduate from Purchase or something like that. Other than that, the child marriage thing I was talking about earlier, follow Students Against Child Marriage at Students Against Child Marriage. They are going to make it happen. They've got ways to contact the new president elect and people like that, and they're really making an effort to make it happen. And as a student and as young people, I don't think we'd ever want to see a peer in a position like that. So it's a real thing. It's crazy, but yeah, we can make it work. So yeah, awesome.